Hello, everybody. My name's Stephanie. Welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title, we're going to do some chatting and live streaming and talking. But with me, I have Lori. You want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Glory. My channel is Glory Writes the Blues. I have regular show on Mondays at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Right now we have Awkward Sibling Hour. We talk about autism and autism related issues because I'm autistic as well as my brother is. And then we have all sorts of special guests. And this upcoming Monday, the 15th, our show's going to be about autism and bigotry. Oh yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yay!
Yay!
I may or may not be there depending on when my eye appointment gets done with.
Yes, well, medical stuff is important.
Yes. And I see
you need to be able to see. Hey, Maggie.
Hi.
Yeah, I am definitely ready to write tonight.
Yay.
Yes.
Are you working on your poetry book?
Yes. I'm going to pull one of them out and type it up.
Wait, that's not good.
And then I'm going to edit it, and then I'm going to do it again. Either that or I am going to do the same thing with this one. I think is about a goblin king. So that is one or the other. I don't know, maybe both. Who knows?
Let's see. We have Molly.
Hi.
She is my longtime friend that lives in California. We met,
Nice.
I want to say, like 11 years ago through pen pals, and now we don't write as much, but we still talk all the time.
That's cool.
And then we have Renee Strength. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. This is the most people have had in the chat at one time.
It's fantastic. Yeah, we need to yeah, we're going to do some writing and we're going to talk about your upcoming book.
Yes. Yes, this book right here.
Yeah, I know it's somewhere because you just showed it to me.
Yes. I mean, when you buy it, it will have this gray stripe because, it won't be a proof copy, but.
Right.
Yes. Right. What do you want to talk about? Anything? Questions? Comments? Do you want to sing a song?
How's the book going?
Well, this book is all done and ready. I'm no longer looking at it. I'm no longer looking to see if there's any problems with it. I'm done. I don't want to look at it anymore. The other night, I went to go double check the stuff on Kindle or on Amazon, and Amazon said for the Kindle, the ebook, it said there's 462 spelling errors. Do you want to maybe check it? And I realized what it is. I took the file, uploaded it to ebook, and then paperback, and I kept on correcting the paperback file. Forgetting to update the other one. And then my paperback file was, at one point, it was like 600 some odd pages. I'm like, what the heck? But what I did is I actually took the ebook file and uploaded it to the paperback side. So when you print out an ebook, it has really big borders all across. And yeah, so it's fine.
Well,
I use it a lot each time. A lot.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing all this so that I know what to look out for when I'm trying to do mine, because I'm definitely at least publishing the poetry book this year. So
I did learn Amazon, if you do an author account or whatever, and you're going through the publishing thing, there's a compressed file, like a zip folder, that has it in all different languages, and it's a format, like a template. Let's say you want to do a paperback in a 5x8 size. Everything is already formatted for you, like the headings and the borders and all that. So you can just copy and paste your stuff into it, or just start typing it already. And it's not in a file that's only used with Kindle. You can use it with anything, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to know. Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should have, a timer of some kind.
Well, I've got that whole timer playlist. If you need the link, I'd be happy to give you that, so you could just use that.
Yeah, you want to just put that in the.
Yes, I will definitely make this happen. Give me just a few seconds. And then you can have your pick of all the beautiful timers that I have found.
What? Maggie says she had an issue with the Amazon upload. All the even pages were at the front and the odd pages were at the back.
Ooh, that sounds odd.
How does that even happen? Wow.
That sounds, honestly, it sounds like a nightmare. But thank you. I want to hear everybody's struggles so that I have an idea of what to look out for. I gave you the playlist link in the private chat.
Let me see that. So, for our first sprint, how long do you guys want? 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You guys what do you guys want to do?
I am if you want to do a warm-up sprint, for 10 or 15, that's cool. But if you want to jump in and do 20, 25, I'm happy there too. Yeah,
I'm just looking.
I'm good with all the above. Yeah, find yourself a timer. And then I'm going to hit some people up to make me some more timers. I'm going to be honest. I'm oh, that's true. I need to hit up Camille and
yeah, Camille makes pretty timers.
Yeah, and Austin maybe, and Amber, and see if they'll make me some timers. So please, I need some spring timers. I'm ready for spring.
Miss it. Formatting. That's good to know.
That's good to know. I did not know that. I really don't know anything about this. I just.
All right. Oh, glitchy.
Oh, it's glitchy. Oh, I would be having a small heart attack. I'm just glad they found a fix for it. Yeah, I wondered how to upload for Kobo ebooks.
So Kobo ebooks, if you want to go directly to Kobo, it is a PDF or a regular DOC or DOCX extension file. They're pretty good for taking any type of format. And I know that because with my first book, I went directly to them. But this time around, to save time, I just used Draft Digital, and they distribute everywhere. And then, I think it's most places took a PDF or a regular Word file. Yeah, or an EPUB file.
You said you used Draft Digital. Did you have a good experience?
Yeah, so far it was really simple. They you can even once everything's done, you can custom the universal book link. So you copy and paste a book link into it that your book's available on Amazon, and then you can edit it. So mine says books3.com/storms of today. So you can customize the last section, so it's not just a bunch of numbers and letters. They have different layouts. You can decide if you want your name and your title of your book up top. If you want the page numbers up top or down the bottom or in the middle, it'll if you have books in a series, it'll even have if you want to, you can include an excerpt from your next book, and it'll have a section where you can, if you want to, you can put other books by this author, and they'll have hyperlinks in the back of the book for you. So yeah. I mean, they take a certain percentage out, but it's not, to me, it's not that much. It's about the same as if you were going through Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, I know about Kobo specifically because apparently Kobo is much bigger in Canada, distributor-wise. If you want Canadians to read your ebook, you need to be on Kobo. That sort of. So it's that's I guess as far as I've gotten in figuring out the lay of the land ahead of time.
Yeah, and so I Kobo, Google Play, and they were both really easy to do, both of them. if you wanted to do it directly with those. Apple iBooks, I couldn't do it directly to them because I don't have a Mac and I don't have and I don't I don't have an account with them anymore because I don't have an iPhone anymore. And so that's what I was originally just using Draft Digital for. But then I decided just to add the other vendors at the same time because it's just a click of the button. And like right now, like my book is available on those other platforms as a pre-order link. So yeah, I found the Draft Digital pretty a good process. Would you guys stop dropping the cat, please? Thank you.
Poor cat.
Okay, let's do a 50-minute timer. I have a pretty peach timer. I'm gonna do that. Let me just okay. I just need to learn how to do this again. Let's see here.
The share DC.
Yes, right. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. Let's open up our documents and get ready to do this, and I'll just check back in 15 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm dancing with Kitty, dancing with Kitty. It's a road. He's gonna propose. Ah!
Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep.
Why did it beep? Why did it beep?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have a beep.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay.
Not all of them do.
Okay. Okay. Hello. How did everyone do? How'd you do? What did you guys work on?
I typed up and worked on 2 poems. And I even got them printed out, which is part of my editing process.
I wrote 82 words.
Nice.
It took me a minute I had to like read over what I wrote last time.
Yes.
To figure out what I was going to do next. I knocked over my Dutch Brothers cold drink. I almost spilled it. It's fine. We're good. I did not have a heart attack. Not this time anyway.
So much going on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It's
so another point. Yeah, I was just had to like read over where the conversation was between these 2 characters as they're walking into the school is where I was at in my rough draft of this next book.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How do you edit poems, Lori? Like,
well, I edit. Different rounds of edits. I do different things. So some of it is just literally spelling and where to, put the carriage return to do the next line. And that has to do with flow. And some of it, yeah, because like flow is very important to me in poems. I would say most of my poems are unofficially in iambic pentameter, since iambic pentameter is very close to the natural heartbeat. That rhythm of the heartbeat. And that's how most of my poems are intended to be spoken out loud, is sort of like in rhythm with the human heart. If that makes any sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So flow to me is very important. It should feel so natural. Like, of course, this is where the next line starts. And some of it is just, does this word even make sense? Also, I'm genuinely terrible at titles. So it's like, there's like this weird internal debate of what should I call it? I know it'll be the first line. I'll do Emily Dickinson. Since, she didn't title any of her stuff, so I think, or nearly none of her poems were titled. So other people have come up with titles, and they're mostly whatever's the first line, which I'm like, yeah, that feels right.
So I'm doing something differently with this 3rd book that I'm working on. I'm actually naming the titles. Or not, of course the title has a name. Naming the chapters. But like things very elaborate and hard, such as Welcome Home, Sisters Reunited, and Back to School. That's what my chapters are so far.
No, I mean, like, I think that's important to like have, the kind of chapter titles that, are instinctively feel natural.
Yeah. Maggie says she's heading out to check on the goat. See y'all later.
It's a goat break.
Yeah. So, I mean, the first 2 books, I didn't have any chapters. I just said like chapter 1 or whatever. But I think, I like the books that have like in the table of contents, each chapter or each chapter has a title. So.
Yeah, I like those too. I like where, you can, if you want to reread a certain section, you can look and like, I remember it was under this chapter, and you could just like look at the table of contents and go, I like that.
Yeah, it might be helpful too for me because, like, for example, when my daughter was reading the book that's being released on Monday, she was reading it, and I was like, "Oh, where are you at?" She's like, "I'm almost chapter 4, chapter 11." I'm like, that doesn't mean anything to me just because I wrote
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't know what happened in chapter 4, chapter 11.
Right.
Ooh, 19 degrees. Where does that is?
She's in Colorado.
Oh.
Remember, because like I think I want to say she lives somewhere relatively close to where you had the RV trouble.
Oh, that's right. We were just outside of Trinidad, Colorado.
Or at least she was
Pizza's
familiar with that area, like if I recall.
Yeah.
Is the pizza here? Oh,
Yeah,
hallelujah. Happy day. Happy day. Make sure they didn't forget that brownie thing.
Right.
Pizza. I don't know.
Okay.
I know.
Tom's
Get you guys some plates.
making matzo ball chicken soup for us.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love soup. I understand not everybody is the same, but that's okay. I'm the one eating it. That's all that I care about.
Bring that here, Jackson.
Let's see. All right. So if it's 19 degrees where Maggie is,
It's in Colorado.
those poor little goats. Let's see. I'm
Tom in the
pulling
background.
up, trying to see what is the temperature here. I used to have an outdoor thermometer, but that died, and I still just use the indoor part of it because at least it tells me the temperature inside and the humidity. It is 58 degrees here outside.
It is, let's see here.
And 73%. No, wait, that's precipitation chances. Yeah. What is?
Let's see. What is the temperature here?
The humidity is 80%.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. Can you notice my hair is a little curly? It's 80% humidity outside.
It is. Oh, it's 35 degrees. It feels like 34. Humidity is 53% right now. So, yeah, it's not too bad. 34 degrees.
Yeah. Tomorrow's
like
high is supposed to be
19.
70. Yeah. I think tonight's low is 52 and it's already 58. So, yeah.
Tonight's low is going to be 21. And tomorrow's supposed to see a high of 42.
Tomorrow's high here is 70. So you can all hate on me all you want. I will.
Where are you located? Where are you at, Glory?
I'm in South Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're subtropical, but it's not normally that warm like in February here. So that's
Okay.
kind of warm. Even 70 is like, ew, because it's normally in the like high 50s for the high here. So this is warm for us, even though there's that polar vortex going everywhere. Wish y'all would send me a little of the polar vortex and I could send y'all a little of the warmth.
Yes.
I wish it was possible.
When we're in, about a year from now, when we start traveling, I'm gonna make a point to stop and say hello to all you guys. Hey, so I'm in like Bakersville, Wyoming. Is anyone around here? Come see me I'm making up a town.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we were talking about going to the St. Louis Convention Archon. I know, hating on me. Yes, Maggie, I get it. Everyone hates on me. Like, how dare you have such nice weather in the winter? And I'm like, but the summer you will melt. So it's a trade-off. But yeah, we're talking about going to that. It's in October, the beginning of October in St. Louis. And was like, maybe we could meet up some people. I don't know, but it would be nice. I love meeting people at conventions because then there's also just something to do anyway. So it's not like high pressure.
I've never been to a convention.
Oh, they're fun. Sci-fi fantasy conventions, they are super fun. And I love the panels. It's about all sorts of stuff, both writing and reading and fandoms. And it's just a nice kind of community environment.
There will be filking.
What?
Filking.
What is?
F-I-L-K.
What is?
That's music based on or inspired by sci-fi and fantasy.
Yeah, there will be music based on, inspired by science fiction and fantasy stories and movies and everything. It's neat, And it's fun because, like, I've met a bunch of authors that way. I've met Mercedes Lackey and what was her boy toy at the time? Somebody. I can't remember his name. I'm so sorry, but He's a pretty good writer in his own right. Yeah, the melty temps are real.
Yeah, we made it to Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah.
And then we were like, peace out. We're not going to make it to San Antonio to see the Alamo. This is like at the middle of June.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because we thought the perfect time to go through the Southwest, like California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, was, May, June, July. Why not?
No, that's hell. I have regrettably driven on I-10 from Mississippi to Arizona multiple times, and I have regretted every time. And then we drove 20 one time, and that wasn't so bad. And also, there were no fires on the road, which was great.
When we drove I-10 through New Mexico, we drove the entire width of New Mexico in one day because there was no open rest areas. There was only two, and then both sides of the highway were lined with blown out tires, everywhere.
Yeah, we went to Albuquerque, right? Or was it Santa Fe? No, we went
Santa Fe.
We went through Santa Fe, right, because of the song from Rent. Don't ask, this is a long story. But anyhow, I will say I was genuinely pleasantly surprised about how nice the rest stop bathrooms were in the Santa Fe, New Mexico area. The nicest, cleanest ones I've ever seen.
Also, it's the only place outside of Mississippi that the Shell gas stations have clean restrooms.
Yeah, it was the only place where the Shell gas stations outside of Mississippi were clean. All the other Shell stations all through the West, disgusting.
So the one place that we found that had parking for our RV in New Mexico was the Welcome to New Mexico Center, right between Texas, or right before you get to Texas. That one we stayed at overnight, and that one had bathrooms. It had a filtered water station, so you could get fresh water and not worry about dying.
That's the one near I-10, right, or right off of?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, we've slept there several times.
Yeah, we loved that one.
Yeah, that was nice. El Paso also.
I now know that if you need to stay somewhere, go to a travel center or a welcome center because they're have everything you need.
Yeah, and they don't mind you sleeping in your car.
No.
Yeah, Texas is much nicer in the winter than the summer. It's I deeply regret driving through I-10 in Texas every time in the summertime. I've driven at the end of June and August and December, and December was still better. Except for all those fires that all those cars lit on fire on I-10 in Arizona from the dust storm.
Oh.
That was why we took I-20 that time.
I'm paying attention. I'm just everything.
I know you're a mama. You gotta rotate all of it. Did the brownies come in too?
Yes. Here, let me. I took the brownies, so they want to eat them before the pizza.
Oh, that looks good. That's big. That's much bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be
one of those little. Yeah,
it smells good too.
That's awesome. Tom's looking at the TV because I've got the live stream up on my TV, and he's like, "Look, how big is it?" It's it's big.
The size of Young Glory's head.
Yes, it is the size of Young Glory's head.
So, Glory, have you decided on the title for your poetry book?
Oh, I have no idea. I feel like I have weeks away before I have to choose.
Do you have a...
Did you look through the Telegram group?
No, I downloaded it. I haven't looked through it yet.
To see what are all the crazy titles that we were riffing on. Let's see. Some of my favorite wild and wacky titles that Tom and I were playing around with was What the Spider Lady Taught Me in My Dreams, The Secret Life of Nightmares, The Comforting Darkness, A Potato Lady's Journey, A Council of Unicorns, Drinking Fire, Eating Earth, Fighting Shadows.
I like Fighting Shadows. You can do that one.
You like Fighting Shadows?
Yes, Fighting Shadows.
Got one vote.
So, Maggie,
What
I did
smoke-
not get my eyes dilated, so I'm just tired. They just look that way because I'm tired. It's fine. Just ignore them, okay?
Yeah, it turned out, Maggie, that they didn't have to dilate her eyes, so that worked out.
Yes. Yay. And apparently it's been 2 years since I've had my eyes checked, my vision checked, so I could do that next week. Or possibly in March, depending, because even though I have insurance, it's state insurance, they don't cover the vision test. They cover like the eye health portion. So I'm gonna get my, which is weird. So the vision test cost me like $54. So it's either gonna be next week or next month I'm gonna get it done. But I don't know. I'm there so often because all my 3 kids use the same eye doctor. I just figured that at some point I got my eyes checked. But no, not since November of 2019.
That's kind of quintessential mama, isn't it? Like taking care of everyone else, not really thinking about yourself.
Right? Plus 2020 was just really long.
I think it was about 12 years long, right? Because it feels like I've aged more than a decade just in the past year. I feel like that. Yeah,
Exactly.
I feel pretty confident. How are the goats, Maggie? Let us know about the goats. Also, please feel free to send me pictures or videos. I love all her goat updates. Honestly, if we ever get our own place, I think Tom's going to get goats.
Are your goats friendly, Maggie? Like, what if we were driving through where you're at and we said, "My kids want to go look at your goats. Can they touch them?" Would you say nope, or would you say yes? I mean,
yeah, these are important questions that need answering for sure.
Right. I mean, like, if you can say they're a little grumpy, I'm like, okay, well, then my worst behaved child will go see the goats. But if you say, like, they're really nice goats, then, they can go see them anytime. So I'm just saying.
They're really cute because they've got these tiny ears, her goats. I mean, like, they're tiny little elf-like ears. They're really interesting. I love looking at all the pictures. And sometimes she has goats literally in totes in her house. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes. I'm like, where is your goat channel? I just need to see baby goats and other goats all the time. That's just me. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, they do seem to, like, from the little short videos I've seen, they do kind of act like dogs with udders. I'm here for all the goat content, is what I'm saying.
So I decided my 3rd book is going to hopefully be the final book. I don't want to drag this out to like 5, 6, 7 book series because I have other ideas and I don't want to have to like what. Let's say I write the 3rd book and then I want to write like a romantic comedy based on funny stuff, obviously because it's a romantic comedy. Or what if I want to write like a murder mystery and I want to like murder everyone that's ever wronged me but put them in the book. Like I can't do that with this series. I mean, I could.
You can do what you want. You're a writer, you know? I mean, I have an outline for a murder mystery set, maybe not at the boarding school I attended in Canada. And there may be a whole bunch of people who die. And so it may be like, I don't know, like a dozen books because there were that many people who died the first 6 months I went to the school. I had nothing to do with it. It just happened around me. No, the problem was like it was on an island and there was like a smuggling background. So there was like all sorts of shady stuff going on. But yeah, I was really good at being at the right place, wrong time kind of. I don't know. Anyway, it was weird. I was that kind of kid.
All right. So, yes. So this next book that I'm working on is going to be as long or longer than this book. And then I'm going to say it's the end, but then, I can always write more books later on with the characters. But like, right? It wouldn't be like, what happens next? I need to know now. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not
you can always pick up later, you know?
Yeah, pick it up later. Anyways, so this is the cover of the book, minus the gray stripe. That is coming out on February 15th, 6 days from now. It is the second book in my series. I've named my series Detours to Destiny.
Nice, I like it.
I got the name of the series from a church sermon from my pastor. He said that in his sermon one day and said, you know what? I like that. I'm going to take it. The reason everything's backwards. I got one of the book Storms of Today because my first book is titled Tears of Yesterday. So I was kind of going with
see what you're doing there.
Yes. This title I had in my brain since I was 19. I knew I was going to write this book eventually. And at that point, this book was going to be one book and done. I was nothing else. But then I got to a certain point. I was like, this book is getting really long. One, I didn't want to have my first book be 100,000 pages or 100,000 words or whatever. And then all that work and no one buy it. So then I ended it at a spot where I thought it could either A, be the end, or B, continue on. That sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then my husband helped me come up with the name Storms of Today because, he read the first book. He hasn't read the second book yet. Because the character is 16 to 19 years old, somewhere in there in the second book. So it's all about going through puberty and relationships and and just lots of stuff happening, bringing her up and down, kind of like in a storm. And this book this cover right here is a bridge, and this way, bridge, whatever. It's a bridge from the area that I grew up in, and this book is based at the school and the parks and stuff around this bridge in particular. So that's why I chose this picture. The third cover is going to be nothing. It's going to be black. It's going to say the title of the book, and that's it. Because, covers are hard. Pictures for covers are hard.
Yes.
Because young adult books, because it's a YA book, they usually have pictures of people on them or girls or whatever, not pictures of bridges and roads. So, but I decided to go with the picture of a bridge on the second book because the first book was a picture of a road, also in Oregon. So that's how I decided on the cover. But I didn't want to this cover took a month to finalize. A month. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do with the third one. Don't know. I don't even know. Okay.
I have no idea what I'm going to do for my book cover. I have no idea. Well, I'll get there. I mean,
wait, what was the title that I said I liked? Fighting Demons? Was that it? Fighting Demons?
Fighting Shadows?
Fighting Shadows. I picture black and white and gray. Cat!
Did the cat try to get to the food? Yeah. Oh, little thieves.
Well, my husband decided it was a good idea to start enticing this fat cat to stay on our bed by feeding it Ruffles with Bridges potato chips. And this cat likes them, but this cat also doesn't appreciate Coolness Doritos. I
mean, not everyone has good taste, all right?
The other day we had Del Taco, and I was in here eating Del Taco on my computer lap desk thing, and this cat goes up and starts pawing food out of the box. It is not your food, cat.
You've opened a gateway, and the cat's I am entitled. Hello, baby. Look at that. There's no remorse on that face.
Oh, look. She's almost a 5K for the day.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yay.
Yay, good stuff. Yeah.
She also likes playing with my earbuds.
bet that is fun.
She'll even try snatching them out of my hands when I had them plugged into my ears. I'm like,
Well, obviously, because you're enticing her. You just want to play.
yes, that's exactly it.
That's obviously what you're doing. Well, should we do another sprint? Help Jules get a few more words.
Yes, let's do.
What you want to do? How long?
20, 25. You want to do 25-minute sprint? Or is that too long?
Sure. It's not too long for me. I don't know about anyone else.
All right. Speak up in the comments if you have a suggestion for a time. Anybody?
They're all good.
Okay. Well, I only have
I don't know, I
I
didn't
don't
look.
have YouTube up on the. I don't have YouTube or.
I've got YouTube up. I don't see anything. Nothing's coming in chat wise.
Okay.
So I guess everybody's okay with 25.
All right. Let's see.
Let's
here.
get some words. Jules got to get 5K. Molly says 25 is good.
Okay. 25 it is. Let me just find the 25-minute timer. Okay.
There are bunches. Are there 20-minute timers? This is suddenly a really good question because
There are 20-minute. I just don't see any 25.
yeah, there's a bunch of 20-minute. I'm like, I don't know if I've ever put a 25-minute timer in.
There is a Halloween timer from.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's right.
Yes. We're gonna do
And
that
there's
one
an
because
autumn
why
one
not?
too. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because I'm like, I don't know if I've ever looked that up. Now I suddenly can't remember.
Okay, water cup. No.
Alrighty, let's see here. Share the screen like you're supposed to. Like I said, it's been forever since I've done one of these. Okay.
Spooky. I love it.
Okay, so we're gonna do 25 minutes. We'll come back. Jules is gonna hit the 5,000 words for the day mark, and it'll be awesome.
Awesome.
All right, see you guys in 25 minutes.
Okay.
I know. These are all old. They've been out since 2 days ago.
Okay, well,
Beep, 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 beep. You want when you go beep, 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 beep.
I don't know.
Stop.
I thought
Tom's
I
giving
made
me
a
crap about
sound.
my post.
I saw that you were laughing. What's so funny, Glory?
Um,
Yeah, try to figure that out.
Tom's summary of my poems was hilarious. It was the first time I fell in love, so it's ridiculous. And Tom's like, I know this rock song, and I'm like, it's not a song. He's like, no, but I can tell that it's very 80s hair metal type song. And I'm like, well, that's why I'm literally typing these up, was because composers need lyrics. So that's actually my original intention in making these available, is so that people can collaborate. Like, here,
All right.
do you need poems? Here, we'll do a Creative Commons, thing.
All right. So Maggie said that her release day video is gone. Like it, and then she said she's going to upload it and shoot her out. Heather says that she came to hit the like button before
Hi,
she has
Heather.
to go to bed. Hi, and good night.
Well, it's pretty late for Heather.
Yes, because she's after your time. I think she's in Florida.
She's Eastern. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's 10:21 here. So it's 11:21 there. That's pretty late.
Gotcha. Yeah, she's not a night owl like I am.
Yeah.
So what'd you do?
Yes.
What'd you work on? What everyone else work on? Share.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 poems typed and preliminary edited, and then listen to my brother just totally rag on me.
Because you ragged on me about my really similar poetry I had at around the same age.
Yes. These are poems I wrote when I was 19, 20 years old. Because
Those are the best.
Yeah, Dad had taught me years even before that of always put the month in the year, because later you'll wonder. But it's also a nice way to keep track of them. But yeah, they're little time capsules, and he's he totally have gotten onto me about these poems. And here you are writing the same stuff, and I'm like, it takes one to know one. But yes, it was very much about love, or how shall we say, the physicality of the love. Yeah.
Are you
like
gonna
how I
have
said?
pictures to go along? Are you gonna have pictures to go along with your poems in your book?
Well, I mean, I have not thought about it. I have not gotten that far.
I mean, maybe not every poem, but every few pages there might be just of a demon killing a shadow creature, because that's the name of your book. No?
I do have some photography that would be appropriate.
Let's see here. What did I work on? I worked on my 3rd book, and I wrote another 200 words. I got getting distracted. It's fine. It's easier to write when everyone else is sleeping. And I can listen to music or listen to an audiobook while I'm working on my book. Yes. I can listen to an audiobook and work on my own book at the same time.
I literally cannot do that. That sounds like magic to me, or witchcraft, honestly.
Well,
but also,
I do have witch blood in my family, so maybe that's good.
Could be. But yeah, and also you don't have to worry as hard about getting distracted and the cat stealing your pizza.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Jess. This pizza was right here, and the stupid cat came up and started eating it.
Yeah, a cup or two. Tom says the soup's ready, so he's gonna like get it ready for me, and I can just when I'm ready to eat. But I mean, we only have like 35 minutes left, right, or approximately.
Yeah. Yes. I don't know what time is it. Oh yeah, 35 minutes. Yes.
So yeah, I probably instead of eat yet, I'll type for the next sprint because I think we probably still have time for a short sprint.
Yes.
And get some more stuff typed up. And because like I also send her to the printer because that's part of my editing process. It's helpful for me to see it in print, so I catch a lot more errors and things.
Gotcha. Yeah, I noticed that even with me with my books, I can like edit it like 5 times or a million times, but I catch a lot more once I order a proof copy of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad I did because it showed me I knew what I was doing formatting it this time because there wasn't any formatting errors. There wasn't any weird like extra gapping pages or anything like that. And this time, the page numbers started at the bottom of chapter 1 instead of on the very first page of the book.
Right.
That happened one other time.
Yeah. I mean, you're getting so good at this.
I know. It's eventually I'll be like, just push this button, upload it, we're good.
Exactly. Yes. I'm just saying, like, about what Heather said about I can't or I will type the words I hear between the words I'm writing. I'm the same way. Like, I will just type what I hear. It's witchcraft to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do it all the time, but I listen to the audiobook Slay. Have you read that one?
I am not even familiar with it at all. I have no idea who wrote it.
It's a newish one. It's by a black colored author. And it centers around this girl, and she's one of 5 people in this basically all white school, but she's one of 5 black people. And she has a black boyfriend, and he's all about like black people should only do stuff that empowers them or makes them feel better or makes them like be better than white people all around them. And she invented this video game, but she didn't tell anyone, and all the characters in it have to do with black history and black people in history. And in the book, somebody kills someone else because of the game, like in real life. And this character in the game said that he was going to sue her because of it. And it turns out it ended up being her boyfriend in the game. Because he didn't like that she was playing video games because she's a black girl and black girls shouldn't be doing that. They should be supporting their boyfriend or whatever. But at the very end, at the end of the book, everything turned out okay. She ended up going to Paris to develop this video game even further. So it was a good one.
That's cool.
Let's see here. Changing fonts and colors, reading out loud, and having a computer read it to me. I still need a printed formatted copy. Yes. I agree.
Yeah.
There's just always something different about seeing it in book form.
I have to have, like, as part of my regular editing process, I have to have whatever it is printed out. Like, so when I was writing Mabel, I had to print that out for edits. Just because it doesn't look the same. Like, I don't catch the same stuff when it's on a screen versus when it's like a physical printed copy. It's like my eyes look at it differently or something. Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, no, it does. Like, it's just different. I don't know how. It just is.
You want to grab the one that's on the printer?
I think so.
Oh, you're right.
LSW, you have a working printer at home. I do not.
That's how you know she's millennial.
You know, there's this... Yeah, apparently Zoomers don't have printers. I don't know what to do if I can't print things out.
Well, we did have a printer, but then I killed it when I was printing all the kids' downloaded workbooks. And I was printing them out. but then the computer died, or the printer died. But now I print stuff out where my husband works. They have a unlimited printing or whatever, where they had a printer subscription to ink. And so his boss is like, it's fine, just don't print out an encyclopedia every time. But at the beginning of the school year, I found a bunch of like school stuff for the kids and printed it all out. But I mean, it was a few hundred pages, but I haven't done it since. And then he printed out the first draft of my first book. And I still have that because it's interesting to see how it changed from the first to even the second. Like, the first chapter's not even there. I just got rid of it.
Yeah, like I keep folders where I keep the printed stuff in, so I can keep it organized. So that helps. As well as, like, I keep my crochet patterns printed out. See, okay, you get it. I need a printer to, like, function. I don't print everything out. It's just, like, if I'm trying to follow a crochet pattern, it's easier for me to do it if it's printed and then I can note on things. Because just because they wrote the pattern doesn't mean it's accurate, so.
My pattern, the way I do a crochet pattern is I'm like, yeah, that looks good. Let's just keep going. I don't really follow a pattern with that. Maggie says that she knows how to open a PDF, so that makes me a rebel old person.
Ooh, yes. I know how to edit PDFs even when they're locked because, I'm that kind of librarian. And so sometimes I come across PDF forms and they're messed up and I will go in and crack it and then fix it. And then I put a tiny little unicorn picture in the corner so they know I was there.
Oh.
And that is my hacker insignia.
Now I know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
But I only do that with, like, PDFs because, What is up with these government forms and they're, like, literally incorrect? Like, if they're like, please fill in this, and then there's the cursor will not show up so you could type it in. And I'm like, oh no, Glory's not playing this. I will go crack it.
Okay, feels like another sprint.
I'm ready for a sprint. Shall we sprint? We ready to catch some words?
Yes, I was thinking like a 15-minute one.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. And I found a pretty autumn one.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Let's see. What do you think?
Ooh, pretty. Obviously, I like them or I wouldn't have put them in the timer playlist anyway. Spoiler, I didn't put any ones I hated in there. I have removed a few ones.
Wow, she even has a 45-minute timer.
Yep.
That's a long time.
Well, that's like my normal time when I'm writing by myself. Like I'm not necessarily involved in a live stream. That 45 is like my natural kind of, I only have that much attention to do. And then I need a break and probably, get more tea and a bathroom break.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's like a cycle, a creativity cycle. Like 45 is my natural one.
Okay.
We ready to sprint?
Yes. Ooh, look, I can make sound now. Hey, all right. And go.
Beepity beep beep. Beep beep. You're still on mute.
Hi, I finally had sound on that one. Finally figured it out. It startled me.
You were deep in it, huh?
Yes. I was trying to figure out how to move from one area to a next instead of saying the person walked and was magically in a new area.
Do they slither over?
I like bouncing.
Do they have a jaunty trot?
So I did another 150. Well, I deleted some and then added some, but my third book is now at 4,742 words.
Very nice. Very nice. Snap, snap, snaps.
Yes. Making progress.
Very good.
How'd you do? How'd everyone else do?
I only did one poem because it was a very difficult poem. And also, my blood sugar was crashing at the same time. So I had some candy. And then I had some extra candy afterwards as a treat for getting through that poem. Because, yes. When we went to the truck stop yesterday, there was some new Sweetheart brand candies that didn't have any red 40 in them.
Ooh.
And they were on sale. So we got one of each, and they all taste fantastic, but they all taste very different, because they're like chewy type candies, because I do miss Twizzlers, but Twizzlers really does have red 40 in it. Yeah, and Red Vine. And one of them tastes like a cross between Twizzlers and Red Vines, and I have missed it, having those for a long time. So I had a treat to get through that very difficult triggering poem. So, yes. I'm still actually shaking from the poem, so.
Should I distract you with something?
Oh, no, it's fine. I just am like, yeah. Look, it's a book! Yay! As I said, I had a piece of candy, and I'm super happy because it's a candy I like. It's some new candy, so I'm happy. There we go. Stumbled, staggered, ambled, traversed, cartwheeled, skipped, trapezed. Or traipsed, excuse me.
Traipsed. Yeah.
Traipsed. Traipsing around, I guess, a more energetic version of a pub crawl. Yeah. Staggered. He staggered over. Hey, Prudlid. How you doing?
Oh.
He rambled. He rambled over and said, "Have you seen my banjo?" From the Heart video. Oh, the Huntsman thing.
Yes.
How were the goats, Maggie? Obviously you survived the rudely cold weather. Okay, y'all, look, it's not like I am sponsored or anything. I'm not, but I'm just here to tell you. This is delicious and does not have red 40 in it. This is equally delicious and very different. It also has no red 40. I am yeah, it's lovely. And then this is the one that's a cross between Red Vines and Twizzlers, and also no red 40. And I'm heck yeah. So, if you're like me and you've been suffering for literally a decade or more without red 40, they were on sale at the local truck stop an hour away from where I live. It will not benefit any of y'all, but Maybe your truck stop. Pretty lady says nope.
Okay, here we are. So Jules says that she passed the 5K mark.
Yay!
So good job. Molly asked me when my release date is for
When is
this.
your lovely release date?
It is 6 days from today, on February 15th, Monday. Yes, it is available for pre-order in ebook form. And as of the 15th, you'll be able to order it through Amazon as a paperback. Here is the pre-order link for Amazon Kindle. Hold on. Hard work here, people.
Gotta do the heavy lifting. There we are.
Okay, good. Here it is. So that's
Yay!
the link if you want to pre-order it through Amazon. Now, if you want to pre-order it through a different vendor, which is totally fine, here is it. This is really hard, doing two things at one time.
I like what Maggie said. He rambled about nonsense as he ambled unsteadily. I feel like this is like peak writer humor.
Okay. So this is the link, and it's through Drafted Digital, but this is the link, and it has it available on Apple, Nook, Kobo. Ooh, what was the other ones?
Thalia and Bolt.
Yeah, Dahlia, and the other one is Baker and Taylor and Tolino.
Okay, and Angus and Robertson.
Yes. Those are like subsidiaries of Baker and Taylor and Tolino.
Okay.
But it's on Apple Books, Nook, Kobo, and then Amazon as well.
Cool.
Okay. Yes.
Very nice.
And Molly asks, yes, so ebook or paperback, but right now it's only ebook until the 15th. Then you'll be able to order the paperback.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Unfortunately, right now, unless I know you personally or there's no way for me to send you a signed copy unless you tell me you want a signed copy, and then I'll order it and then send it to you. But it might take a little bit longer to get to you because mail service is as slow as molasses in the wintertime.
Yes.
And Dawdling Writer says, red number 40 or red dye number 5, that is a problem for attention or both.
Red 40 is the traditional one that really affects people with ADD, ADHD. And that's the one that I've really noticed. I find for me personally, the lower the red number, the less problematic it is. So like red 3, not a problem at all, surprisingly. And that's found common in a bunch of Asian foods, the red 3, but like it does not affect me at all. We've tried it a couple times, so. But yeah, red 40, the only thing I found that gets it out of my system is eating a whole head of romaine lettuce. And then about 2 hours later, yeah. But at least I could sleep then. Yeah, because otherwise, like, for days on end, I won't be able to sleep. It's terrible. The goat kids were curled up, sleeping sweetly in their warm hay bed. Aww. Babies.
And she says she's ready for sleep now.
I mean, I'm almost there. I mean, and I still have to eat dinner. Now that I've had my dessert first. The candy was yummy. Thank you, Tom. In fact, I think Tom's about to go to bed. He's like, I'm not waiting. I'm going to bed now. I'm like, good night. I love you, big bucket.
So, since I have your guys' attention on here, tomorrow, or probably like shortly after midnight, there'll be another video from me going up on my channel here on YouTube, and it is a questions about your character answered. Like, I went to a couple different like blog sites by copy editors and literary agents, and it tells you like these are the questions you should be asking to develop your character. So I answered like a good 10 of them, like fears, embarrassing moments, what it should like to do, favorite food, things like that, as a way to talk about my main character in my book.
That's cool.
So I'm going to be doing that. And then another video I'm going to be releasing this week is how I design my covers, where I come up with images, how I decide the type of image that I want to have on my cover. Yes. And then there's going to be one other video this week. You're going to lot of me this week.
Oh my goodness. It's like, is it Christmas?
Is this one's birthday's coming up? Yes, it is. Yes.
Nice.
The other video that I'm going to be releasing, so that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be one comparing the process for this one, the process for this one.
Nice.
And what I've learned and what I will do differently or keep the same going forward. Yes.
Well, that sounds very interesting. I really am looking forward to that one. Like, I'm looking forward to all, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that one, I'm like, I'm very curious. Yes, eat dessert first. Life is short. Have the candy, then the meal.
Exactly.
See, that's the like privilege of being an adult. You can eat the brownie first. Hi, Devin. Maggie says, "Sweet dreams, Tom." Tom says, "Thanks."
Yeah, so people have asked me like, where'd you get that cover? Did you design it yourself? So that's how I was thinking of doing that. The cover image is one, and then I always liked watching other people's videos about their publishing process, steps they took, what they learned. So I thought, what did they learn doing this two different ways?
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting because, everyone's minds works differently. So the things that they find easy, as well as the things that, were road bumps for them, are not necessarily what, other people are going to experience. So I think that's kind of useful to be able to benefit from other people's experiences without having to do, having the exact same experience.
And then, just sharing where I get my images, because I get them on a couple of different websites. People post their pictures for free to use, and there's no without having to buy a license to use them. Some of them on this one particular website ask to mention them. Others, they don't care because they get paid based on how many times that photo is downloaded from their that particular website. So yeah, so I thought I would just share some resources and things like that.
That's cool.
And then on Friday is my weekly Plan With Me that I have on Fridays at 6:30. So 5 times this week.
I mean, you're killing it this week.
And then I will hide in a cave somewhere again.
I know. You remember last one? I'm like, "Are you okay? We haven't heard from you lately."
Yeah, that's true.
Well, actually, I guess it was last month. It was December, maybe. I don't remember.
It was in January. I think.
Okay.
Beginning of,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was haven't heard from you lately. Are you right? Because it's been a rough decade this past year.
Yes, a rough decade this past year. That's exactly how I would term it.
Yes. Yeah. And 2021 is turning out to be 2020 part 2. It's
2.0, right?
Yes. Although I don't know if I would say it's improved. It's just different.
I had these plans in January. I was going to do a FAR live stream thing on New Year's Day, and it didn't go. I didn't do it at all. I don't know why. I just didn't. Because that was my birthday, so I was going to birthday live stream, and I think I just got busy doing stuff around here because it was my birthday. Like we didn't go out of town to go to the beach on my birthday like we sometimes do. We just I went shopping to several different craft stores. That's what I did. It's a good compromise, right?
I love craft stores.
I mean, I was going on your channel and then on Charlie's channel pretty regularly, and then I don't know, I just fell in this hole of editing and formatting my book, and I got tired staring at my computer, I think is what it was. Like when you're just working on the computer all the time and sitting there, and
it is a hole.
Oh, yeah, it's just.
Well, it's just, like I like to check in on my friends and make sure, just because I guess like my family, well, everyone in my family has mental illnesses. And so I'm that like person of like, let me just touch base, see how everybody's doing, see if they need any help, or, if possible, a wine delivery. I'm like, sometimes
I like white.
Okay,
Sparkling
good.
White wine. Not so much the red.
I love sparkling white wine. Yeah.
There's this wine I really like. You get it at Safeway. Do you have Safeway out where you're at, or is it called something else?
We have Ramey's and Corner Market, and we have Walmart, and we have Winn-Dixie. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So, but
we don't even have a Kroger's.
You can get it at Costco as well. My wine.
Costco's in the next state over. Oh. There's like no Costco's in my state. We have Sam's Club. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
we are very deprived.
Is Sam's Club good? Is it like? I mean, you don't have anything to compare it to, but like, how do you feel about it?
It's okay. It's not terrible. I like their fruit selection. They always have the best fruit in town. So, like, I like to make gift baskets of fruit for my friends whenever I've got a little bit of pocket money. And so, since you have to buy large amounts, like 10-pound bags of fruit.
Right.
That's what, and then I'll make several gift baskets. I'll buy a bunch of baskets, and then I put all sorts of, because so this is my only real superpower is I am able to always pick the most perfect fruit in any pile. It's kind of a useless superpower for me since I'm not a greengrocer, but it does make making fruit baskets really great. So that's what I do whenever I have a little bit of extra pocket money is I make my friends fruit baskets. And so Sam's Club is my go-to to get it. Now, what is in that fruit basket? It just depends on whatever's really good at Sam's Club. So,
okay.
So it just depends on whatever is, in its like peak moment there. And so, I try to make them pretty too. So sometimes, yes, there are like a couple, maybe one head of lettuce for pretty because I like to try to make it artistic, but that's what I like Sam's Club for most. Everything else sort of hit or miss. It's okay, but everybody says Costco is so much better because there's Costco in Alabama and everybody says that place is great.
So you're in Mississippi, is that correct?
Yep.
So is that like closer to Alabama or closer to
Alabama's next
on
door.
The other side of you?
So Mississippi is in between Louisiana and Alabama.
Okay, gotcha.
So like I am like 2.5 hour drive from New Orleans.
Oh, okay. So when we were
we like used to day trip to New Orleans, and like we would go drive in the middle of the night. Like, oh, I have insomnia. Oh, me too. Let's go to Cafe Du Monde at 4 a.m. and enjoy beignets and coffee,
and then drive back. When we originally started on our road trip, and the one that we got derailed in Colorado for a while, we were originally going to drive and go all the way to Alexandria in Louisiana.
Yep.
Because my husband has friends there that were in our wedding. We're going to go see them and spend a little bit of time there and drive back. And we will get there eventually.
Yes.
And to Georgia eventually.
I would honestly recommend that if you want to go to Louisiana, go in the spring if possible, because the summer is too hot. And also, I think, what is it? Hurricane season starts June 1st. And so you do not want to be in Louisiana during hurricane season. No, 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 no. It is a nightmare. Like, every hurricane hits Louisiana. Sometimes it veers off into Mississippi. Sometimes it veers off to Texas. But it always seems to be hitting Louisiana lately. It is a nightmare. So you need to, like, be ready to leave Louisiana before June 1st.
Okay.
If you do not want a disaster story to write about later and call it fiction.
Well, I mean, I'm always looking for inspiration.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, just know what you're getting into. But yeah, New Orleans is awesome. They have wonderful museums. It is just fun to walk around Jackson Square and just walk around the French Quarter and just enjoy the atmosphere and everything. Anytime, day or night, honestly. I love the Garden District. I love all of it, really. I mean, that was my playground in my 20s, was like, we would just middle of the night drive down there, see what, hotel we could get cheap, and, even stay overnight. They have the IMAX, the Audubon Zoo is there. There's stuff for everyone of every age, and the shopping is fantastic. And also all the adventuring, like you can go on ghost tours. You can go on historical tour. There's something for like literally everyone of any interest, any age. I mean, there's even huge hobby shops, and, just you name the geek, they've got something for them. So that's really cool. It's fun to ride the streetcars. I mean, it is like stepping back into history. It is cool. The food. Mwah. I mean, sure, there's restaurants that, but then there's so many restaurants.
There's a real tip for if you really want to go to New Orleans and experience it, is eat and park in the Garden District, and then take the trolley down to the French Quarter.
Yeah, never park in the French Quarter. You will get robbed.
Or
you'll lose your car, or you'll pay through the nose. So what you do is you go find a restaurant that looks pretty good or is interesting in the Garden District, and you park there. And then you just take the trolley in. I mean, because it's like, it was $1.25, so maybe it's like $2.50 now each way, but it takes you all the way to the edge of the French Quarter, and then you just walk. And I mean, the French Quarter is not that big. So it's really nice. And so the only thing I recommend is know the trolley schedule. Like during Mardi Gras season, I think it's, at least on the weekends, it's usually running 24/7, or it used to. I don't know about plague times, but yeah. So like you could get a hotel in the cheaper parts of town, and then get a shuttle to the trolley, and then take trolley all the way into the French Quarter. And, you could be there all night, and then at dawn, take the trolley back. And then, the shuttles for everyone's hotels will be regularly running. So it's just lovely, y'all. And anybody shows up there who after the plague is over, I will be happy to meet you there and show you all around. We love it.
I will take you up on that offer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, as a photographer, I always go with my camera and I take tons of pictures. It's wonderful. Like, if you're looking for art or inspiration, Mardi Gras season is wonderful. And I mean, like, because we like to go, like, in the off the beaten path, but not too far. Not like we may be getting robbed. Plus, I'll take you to the building that looks like the inspiration for Diagon Alley.
Seriously.
It really, like, this building, it looks like it's going to collapse any minute. It's been like this for 50, 60 years. It's fantastic.
50, 60, over 100.
Well, I just mean, like, it's been that badly off.
And you can look up pictures.
Like,
it's Jean Lafitte's house.
Yeah, it's Jean Lafitte's house.
Well, actually not his house. His what do you call it?
Stable.
No, where do you make ironworks?
Blacksmith.
Yeah, his smithy.
So anyway, we know all sorts of places, because this is like what we explored in our late teens through our 20s. Was like, New Orleans was our playground. Although, if you want to go to a really good parade for Mardi Gras, you go to Mobile. And that has the much better parades, and you get way better loot. So that's where you go, is Mobile. because you will get showered with moon pies and really good quality necklaces and other souvenirs and cups and everything in the Mobile parades.
Do you mean
So,
like in Mobile, Alabama?
Yeah, Mobile, Alabama. That's actually where Mardi Gras parade started, not New Orleans. New Orleans did it later. Gotcha. So Mobile is also, since it's smaller, it does have kind of a small town atmosphere. So people are much nicer. They're much kinder. Everyone will like, get the baby over here when they're talking about little kids. Like, get the kid up. Let's, they don't even know you and they're helping you get your kids up so the kids can get the cool souvenirs as the floats go by. And people will literally hand it or they'll help you out. I mean, people are really kind. So it's a really great experience. I highly recommend everybody try the Mobile Mardi Gras parades at least once, and then they just go to New Orleans just to enjoy a weekend there anytime that's not hurricane season. So, oh yes. I mean, like, I've literally made whole itineraries for people who are visiting New Orleans or who wanted to go to Mobile. Because
the museums are good in Mobile, too.
Yeah, the museums are great in Mobile, too. I love museums. Plus, the outlet shopping in both. The outlet malls. That is my jam. Well, we have really good outlet malls that have really good deals. So it's nice. So it's a way to, I guess, afford more things that there's nothing wrong with the stuff. Plus, I guess our outlet malls are kind of resort-like. They're really pretty and pleasant to walk around, so yeah, it's my favorite parts of this area.
Okay.
Again, spring is better.
Yes, spring is better.
Like March, April, May?
Just anytime before June 1st. But May is pretty hot and humid.
Gotcha.
So I would recommend like pretty much any time before April 15th, it tends to be nice and tolerable weather-wise, both like all over the coast. It's just like...
But February, March, and April are the best times.
They're the best times. And that's the times when it's really enjoyable to walk around these very walkable places like the French Quarter, the Garden District, but also like in Mobile. Mobile has a whole lot of historical areas that... I mean, you'll like swear you're stepping back hundreds of years. Like the architecture is fantastic. And everybody's so friendly and sweet, but it's walkable in spring. You will melt the rest of the time because it doesn't get cold again on the coast till Thanksgiving.
If you're lucky.
When I say cold, I mean like it'll be under 78-degree highs. Like, it'll be walkable. If that makes any sense. So it's like, yeah, you kind of want to time it unless you're the kind of person who's like part amphibian and like, I love the humidity and the high heat. Like, okay. I've met people like that. I mean, I envy them, but I've met them. But yeah, anybody who would like to go to the coast, any of the Gulf Coast, I would be happy to give you pointers and even plan out, if you're like, I don't want to meet you. I just need to know what to go to. Like, I will be happy to help you out anyway. I almost became a travel agent once, years ago.
Better. Anyway.
I mean, I think so, but I don't want people to feel like they're burdened with my presence when they just wanted to go shopping and eat and stuff. But yeah, there's like lovely places all over the Gulf Coast to go to that for shopping, for museums, just to like get atmosphere, or like what I mean is like really inspiring, where you feel like you are stepping into a story, but then you are making up the story. That's what I mean about inspiring. Including there's a lot of more trails to rails kind of situations all over the southern Gulf Coast. Rails to trails. Sorry. Tom is literally directing me. But yeah, where they've taken old railroad trails or railroad rails and made them into trails that you can walk down or roller skate, blade down.
Or bike between towns.
Bike between whole towns.
Okay.
They're just gorgeous and they're wonderful. They're not great in the summertime because, as I've mentioned, the heat and the humidity is real. like where I live in South Mississippi, we can get to 120% humidity and the temperature being 105. That is not unusual here. Like literal fish will get out of the pond and walk to other ponds. I am not exaggerating. I mean, yeah, they're mostly like mud skippers and catfish, but they do walk. They will do that because the weather is so hot and humid that they can't, they're fine.
That's all, right? Just get out and walk around, right? Is that what you mean?
I mean, yeah, I'm like, well, I guess that is how we eventually became mammals? I don't know. But yeah, real deal. So.
Everyone's quiet again, but it's not because of anything I did. It's because my husband is on. Right.
And also taken down to the National Seashore.
Oh yeah, the National Seashore. It's a national park seashore, and you can even get your national park's passport stamped. And they have a little air-conditioned mini museum there that's really nice.
Air conditioning is always nice.
Oh yeah, seriously. Like pretty much is
the South knows air conditioning. According to our father, it took a grand total of 2 years for the South to find the option of home air conditioning to everyone had home air conditioning.
Mm-hmm. Everyone got air conditioned within 2 years of it hitting the South.
Well, yeah. I mean,
like they all ran out of electricity, tens of miles out.
Just want to point out, Mississippi is a state where I was talking to a lady at the Welcome Center, and she was telling me about how, like, her family, when they would visit cousins in town, still had an outhouse.
In town.
In town until 1978.
what?
Like, yes. And on top of that, when she would visit as a kid in the late 60s, early 70s, she wasn't allowed to use the outhouse when they would visit in the summertime. They were supposed to go out into the woods to do their business.
Wow.
Yes. I'm like, you mean like a bear? She's like, yes, like a bear. And I'm like, did you ever see a black bear? Because we have black bears here. And she's like, one time, and that was the last time I went in the woods. And I'm just like, although our black bears here are apparently quite docile and, don't want to have anything to do with humans, but still, I would be like, I cannot go now.
But they was like
there is a bear.
Donuts.
Yeah. I can't make these stories up. I'm not that good a writer. Uh-huh. But yeah, so like outhouses, they still had outhouses here in the late 70s, but they already had air conditioning inside. Give you an idea about priorities. I do not disagree with these priorities. I will admit this. Air conditioning is important. You can take an umbrella and go to the outhouse, but air conditioning, you need that to sleep.
It's true. Very true.
Anyhow, I guess it's getting kind of late. I should probably go to bed too.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to say anything about anything, Glory?
Hello. I'm Glory. My channel is Glory Writes the Blues. I do a regular show with my brother and surprise special guests every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Right now, we are doing the Awkward Sibling Hour, which is about autism and autism-related issues. Upcoming Monday episode is going to be about autism and bigotry. It's going to be a circus. We hope you'll come. Also, I do have a new short story available on my channel called Mabel Woke Up Dead This Morning. Have a listen. It's fun.
That is pleasant sounding.
It's a dark comedy.
It's dark.
What's macabre comedy?
Yeah, it's macabre. It's,
All right.
It was part of Orla's anthology series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the subject was unnatural, and I may be partial since I wrote it, but I think you might enjoy it. And it's free.
Yeah, I
It's
haven't
like 6
participated
minutes.
in her. I haven't participated in her anthology yet. I always like, but what would I even write?
Yeah,
Or
I felt the
do?
same way, but I really enjoyed it. It was a wonderful
And then I pointed
experience.
out you already had.
Yeah, because I was like, what am I going to do? I totally forgotten about it because I had like signed up to do it in early December. And then in early January, she like sent a message. She tagged me on Instagram, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot to do that. But it turned out I still had 2 weeks. So, and I was like, what am I going to write, Tom? And Tom's like, you literally already have the story sketched out. You just have to finish it. I'm like, oh yeah. So that was how we put out one real quick.
All right. Okay. What was I gonna say? My name's Stephanie. Obviously, you know who I am if you're on my channel. Okay. I have a book coming out in 6 days. Book 2 in the Detours to Destiny series is called Storms of Today. I will share the pre-order link because it is available for pre-order on Amazon Kindle, and it will be available in paperback as soon as I hit publish around Monday. You will see lots more of me with videos this week, all having to do with something around with my book. Thank you all for coming. It's really hard to talk to you all when my husband is home. Usually when I'm like film videos, I'm like, I come in here and shut the door and I film a video, or I make sure to do it when he's not here. It's just easier. I don't know why.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
Okay. It's not the beard. Shh.
The beard is so loud. You're going to love Doom Patrol.
And I got tell Tom I got that thing he sent.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
He's thumbed up. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm going to shut this down, but thank you all for coming.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.